Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and an update on our $1 million challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses as well. So for further details and information about how to join are in the description below. In the previous video, we did an important stock update for ticker symbol OCGN Oxygen. So please refer back to the previous video for important updates for that stock. We also did an update on ticker symbol MMTLP, which has been moving up quite significantly, and we're looking at reasons for that. So please refer back to the previous video for updates of both stocks. In today's video, we're going to be looking at an important update for ticker symbol NLST Netlist. So before we do that, a quick update in terms of what's happening in the markets today. So on the screen here, we can see the key headlines at time of editing from Reuters. The US is currently saying war seems to be appearing to be imminent with Ukraine. So yesterday and the day before, we did seem to have an indication that there may have been a potential pullback. So looking like it's still a delicate situation. So the oil price is currently going down. And this is on the basis of a potential deal with Iran in terms of a nuclear deal. So if that happens, Iran will be able to sell oil. So that will increase the supply. And therefore, an increase in supply will lead to a fall in the price of oil. So that's an important development in the markets today. Gold is also hitting a new 8-month high. So that's important because of the fears of inflation. And obviously, there is a significant investor unease at the moment generally. So overall, the markets are quite jittery. In today's video, I'm going to provide a stock update for ticker symbol NLST Netlist. This is a stock that has been featured on a number of occasions on the channel. So please refer back to previous videos for due diligence and important updates with regard to Netlist. In today's video, I'm going to provide an important update with regard to a new motion. So this motion is dated February the 16th, 2022. So on the screen here, we can see in the United States District Court, Northern District of California, there is a new motion. And in this motion, there is a declaration of Jonathan T. S.E. in support of Netlist motion to consider whether another party's material should be sealed. So let's have a look at the details of this motion. So in the second part of this motion, I'm just going to summarize some key points which may be relevant to the case. So first of all, we have Jonathan C. He is the attorney for Google, and on point 4 on the screen here, what he stated is that he's reviewed Netlist reply in support of the motion to transfer venue, an unredacted copy of which has been filed at docket entry 242-3 as well as exhibit 4 to 6, and based on his review, there is at least a good cause to seal the following information. So the following information is detailed below on the left hand side in terms of the documents and page numbers, and on the right hand side we have the basis for sealing. So these are going to be the arguments that Google are going to identify in terms of why they want them to be sealed. So what this indicates to me is Google is certainly worried about specific information being released to the public, being released to the court. So let's now have a look at, on the right hand side, some of this information that certainly Google does not want to be released. So on the right hand side, the key information that Google has identified here with looking at technical information which they believe is confidential regarding the operation of Google's internal systems. This includes internal servers, components thereof, and information related to third parties. And Google is stating here that they are under an obligation to protect this information from public disclosure. Google is also maintaining that this information is confidential and in the course of its business, not known to the general public. So Google's internal strategy is also identified as some of the key information here that they want to protect. And they're also saying here is that public disclosure of such highly confidential information could affect Google's competitive standing, as competitors may alter their designs, practices relating to competing products. So certainly very strong information here, and obviously I'm sure a lot of this information also relates to Netlist and allegations with regard to patent infringement. So strong allegations and strong request information with regard to the confidentiality of this information here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this develops now. Let's now jump to the final part of the motion. I'm going to look at points number 5 and 6 and summarize these for you fairly quickly. So at the top, number 5, Google's request, they are saying, is narrowly tailored in order to protect its confidential information. They are saying here that the redactions are limited in scope and volume. And they're also saying here that because the redactions are narrowly tailored and limited to portions containing Google's highly confidential or confidential information, they are requesting that this particular information is redacted from any public version of these documents. So they're very, so we could say scared about the public being aware of this information. And finally, point number 6, Google has pared back plaintiffs' proposed redactions and does not seek to redact or file under seal any of the remaining portions of Netlist reply. In support of the motion to transfer, venue or the exhibits thereto not indicated in the table above. So again, this is now signed on February the 16th, 2022 by the attorneys for Google. And the next update I'd like to share with you is also from February the 16th, 2022. On the screen here, you'll be able to see a news release from Netlist, and the headline here is that Netlist has prevailed against Samsung in the federal court. So a great positive headline here. So the definitive ruling upholds summary judgment against Samsung and the patent license is terminated. So this is great news. This was announced in the United States District Court and it's a judgment in favor of Netlist and against Samsung for material breaches of various obligations under the Joint Development and License Agreement, which the parties executed in November 2015. So again, a great victory for Netlist. And the final thing I'd like to do is share a reminder with regard to key dates for Netlist. And so on the screen here, you can see in terms of the next key date, which again, so these dates are subject to change and could change at any time. And any developments with regard to Netlist are always shared live in the Discord. So you can join the Discord with the details and description below. But let's have a look at the first date, which is the 9th of March 2022. And this is the proposed date for Netlist versus Google, the Markman hearing. After that, 31st of March 2022, we have the Netlist versus Micron, and that's also the Markman hearing. Then we have 12th of April, which is Netlist versus Samsung, and this is in Texas with regard to patent case 918-506 and 339. And then there's also developments with regard to the Micron case. So 2022 is certainly going to be an eventful year for Netlist. So what I'd now like to do is finish off by having a look at the 5-day chart for Netlist at time of editing. So on the screen here, we can see the chart going back to around about the 13th of February 2022. We can see the price was trading around about that time, around about $4.80. It did trend downwards. And at one point, just prior to 16th of February 2022, it was trading around about $4.40. So then we had the breaking news on the 16th of February. This breaking news was shared live in the Discord. So in order to get live notifications of developments with regard to Netlist and other stocks, you can join our Discord for as little as $9 a month. And then you can see here an immediate spike in the price, huge increase in volume as well. And the price went up in excess of $5.20. It is consolidating a little bit lower than the $5.20 now, and just at time of editing around about $4.83. And as we get nearer to the dates and key developments, I certainly expect a significant upturn in the share price very soon. Finally, if you'd like to join us in our Discord community where we talk about stocks and share due diligence and information, and also join us on our $1 Million Challenge, you can join for as little as $9 a month. Details in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.